world's deadliest species of spider has been found in Coventry. The Brazilian wandering spider. It was found wandering about, I think. It was handed into a Coventry reptile store earlier this month by workers who found it at a factory that they were working in, and they didn't know at the time how dangerous it was. But Coventry University student Brian Cochrane was a partner at KBN Reptiles in City Arcade. They soon identified it as the aggressive and highly venomous spider found in tropical South and Central America. Brian joins us on the show. Morning, Brian.
Hello, you right?
Yeah, I'm all right. How were you when you found out that this was a Brazilian wandering spider?
A little nervous, but I was all right.
Had you handled it prior to this at all, or how did it arrive with you?
It came in a plastic Tupperware box with a lot of sellotape around it and a couple of air holes. We didn't handle it. We did take the lid off to take some photos of it, which was we were very cautious about doing, but we did have a good idea what it could be.
You don't muck about with these things. I always think a good indicator of how frightened the finder is how much sellotape or tape is used on whatever the carrying device is. Do you know what I mean? If it's wrapped up with loads of sellotape, as you said, then the people who found it thought, I don't like the look of this. Did they have any idea what it was?
I think they did. They were foreign, so they couldn't speak a lot of English, but they were able to tell me that they think it's from Brazil. And the fact that it hadn't created a web, it's called a wandering spider because at night it wanders around the forest floors as opposed to creating webs and catching things. This also means it's extremely fast because it has to run and catch things.
Sorry, hang on a second, I just shivered there. I'm alright with spiders, but we've got a picture of this. I put it on our Facebook page this morning, and it looks the part, doesn't it, shall we say?
Yeah, they're aggressive, they're fast, and they do look, they're proper spiders instead of tarantulas, so they do look quite menacing.
We reckon, I mean, this is just conjecture, isn't it, but they reckon has it come in with a consignment of fruit, do you think?
It's called the banana spider as its nickname, so there is a good chance that it's coming in a shipment of bananas, but unfortunately I failed to take the details of the people just purely because it was difficult communicating with them, and I was just a bit in shock to be asking them for their details. So if we could find out where it's from, I know the council are interested in finding out.
Is there a possibility there could be more then? Is that what we're saying, or?
The council want to know to do a risk assessment because if it's coming on a shipment, they need to find out how it managed to get past.
Right.
There's ways of preventing it, but yeah, it has happened in the past, and it does happen, yeah.
They do get through, don't they? And that is the worry, is that, as you say, you know, when you get consignments of fruit coming in containers to the UK, they're usually fumigated, aren't they, if they come from high-risk countries like Central South America, to try and kill the spiders and the snakes and anything else that are getting there as well. So this one can obviously hold its breath for quite a long time then.
Yeah, I believe so, but it's just that sometimes they get missed. Unfortunately, there's no way of making sure that you get every single one, but it doesn't happen very often, and it's now a Stratford Butterfly Farm. It's on display there, and they said it was the biggest female they've ever seen.
I was going to say, is it a female, and does it have the capacity to provide offspring to the world without a male's sort of role in all of that, or not?
It would need a male.
So hopefully unless there's a male been around it, and that's going to be the only time that we're going to see this particular one hanging about. We're not going to see any children knocking about, are we, with a bit of luck?
I doubt it. Well, hopefully not, anyway.
Do you have to report this now, or does you know, I mean, you said the council are interested. Are there any, you know, do the ports need to know? Are there any other authorities that need to be told, or not? Is that it?
We had an obligation to tell the council. With our shop, we do have a licence for dangerous wild animals, but we still need to let them know what we've got and get permission and etc. We don't need to take this any further, but like I said, if the council find out eventually where it's come from, hopefully when it goes out in the papers over the next couple of days, somebody will actually come forward and say where it came from.
Yeah.
and then the council will be able to take it further just to make sure that they can prevent it happening again.
And what size is it? What just give people an idea of the size of this thing.
It was about 2 or 3 inches, just close to 3 inches. It can get 4 to 5 inches. It's a dark brown colour, but you would be able to tell straight away that it's not a British spider.
Yeah, it's like I say, it looks the part, doesn't it? I mean, there's no question about it. Is it the most dangerous thing you've ever come into contact with?
Yeah, without a doubt. 20 times more venomous than most of the other spiders in the world, actually.
That'd do for me. Yeah. Brian, have a good day. You've put a lot of fear into people having their shreddies this morning. Thanks for being with us.